Possibly the most difficult thing to create, but one which is really good to do, is a photo gallery. Now there's a little photo app that you can adapt and put into your pages, and this is basically what you need to do it. First thing we need to do is to create new folders, one called Thumbs, which is going to contain thumbnail images, and one called Photos. So I'm going to click up here and I'm going to say new folder, and the first one I'm going to do is called Thumbs. I need to make sure I spell it correctly because the scripts I'm using later refer to these. Another new folder called Photos. Next thing I need to do is I need to put some photos and some thumbnail images into those. So I've got a folder already set up to do that. Here's my folder. Now inside my Thumbs I've got 7 photos and I've named them pick 1, pick 2, etc. And these are all basically a decent size for thumbnail images. So if I check the properties of one of these, I'll find that the picture size is 75 by 75 pixels. So you can use Photoshop to make those pictures 75 by 75. It's much better if they're all the same size, then it works quite nicely. So I'm going to copy all of those and put them into my thumbnails folder. Then I'm going to do exactly the same with my pictures folder. So I've got one here called Photos. These ones are a different size again. These are much bigger. So these are the real photos, but they're if I show you the sizes of these, there's my details. These are 902 by 600, so it doesn't have to be exactly that dimension, but you need to make sure all the photos are the same dimension. Now my thumbnail pictures match my real photos, so my pick 1 thumbnail is my 2 daughters like that, my pick 7 thumbnail is me on the jet ski, and so on. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to copy these ones now and copy them into my Photos folder. So there they are, pick 1 through to pick 7. And I need to get 2 more apps that you'll find on Student Common as well. So we're going to go to my folder again, and there's 2 there I need, one called Gallery and one called Simple Viewer. So it's very much the same sort of idea as the video editing, the video app if you've used that one. So I want to put my Simple Viewer Swift into my web page, and then all I need to do is to edit my my gallery XML file to make sure I've got the right picture name. So I'll show you that in a moment. So here I am in a new page. This is my page 5, which I'm going to use my photo gallery. I'm going to insert my media, my Swift, find the right one I'm looking for, which is my Simple Viewer, and I'm going to say OK to that one. Just going to call it Photos will do. There it is. It's put that into my page. Okay, you can see the little F for the flash there. I'm going to save that one. File save. Don't need to do anything else with that. It's done it itself. And mine's already set up to work. So I'm going to show you first of all how I would edit it if I was using different photos. If I open up my gallery XML file, you can forget the first bit. This Simple View gallery is basically setting up the size and so on to do with that Swift file. But the ones we're interested are these here. Okay, so from where it says start of image down to end of image, all of that is to do with one photograph. So I've got 7 of these repeated. Now if you wanted to have more than 7 photos, all you would do would be to copy that bit of code and paste it again underneath. Paste it again underneath as many times as you want, and then you just change some of the information on them. So if we look at this last one, it's basically saying the image is in the Photos folder, which is why we've got a folder called Photos, and it's called Pictures Pick 7 JPEG. So if I came over here and I looked in my Photos, there's that picture, Pick 7 JPEG. That's the one it's referring to. The thumbnail is Pick 7 as well. So if I looked in my thumbnail, my Thumbs folder, there's my Pick 7 JPEG, and that's the smaller version. That's the bigger version. And the same thing underneath, Photos Pick 7 JPEG again. So all you would have to change if you put different photos in, if your photos have got different names to mine, all you would have to do is make sure that the name of the photo is here and here, and the name of the thumbnail, which is about that photo, is here. If you do all of that, then it will work perfectly well. Let me just show you this one working so you can see what it looks like. Here's my page. I'll preview it in Internet Explorer. And there's my photo. Now if I scroll down a little bit, there's the thumbnails, and as I click through the thumbnails it shows the pictures. And if I've got I've got 7 altogether, you can see 6 here. If I click on this arrow here, it shows me the next set. Now I've only got 1 in my next set, but I could have as many as I wanted to. I could have as many photos in this gallery as I choose to have, but obviously the more photos I have, the more change of name in the coding you have to do. Good luck.